Let's talk about the cello and bass bow hold. If you're holding your bow correctly, there should be no tension and it should feel relaxed and not strained. First thing you're going to do is you're going to hold your bow with your left hand so that the frog, this part of the bow, is on your right side. What you're going to do is you're going to basically flop your right hand right over the top of the frog. Just completely dead weight right over top of it. What you're looking for is this metal part right here. It's called a ferrule. You're going to want your third finger, your ring finger, to go right up against that ferrule when you drape your hand over. If you do that correctly, again, third finger's on the ferrule, your pinky should be flat against the frog, kind of covering, if you have one of these dots, it should cover that dot. Your second finger drapes straight down right next to your third finger, if it's okay if it touches the hair a little bit, and your first finger goes right next to it. Let's try that again. Shake your hand out, make it nice and relaxed, flop it right over, check to make sure your third finger is flat against that metal ferrule. Your pinky is flat against the frog, covering the dot if you have it. Second finger is right next to that, and your first finger is right next to that. Your thumb is probably the most important part of the bow hold. Your thumb is going to go in between the frog and the winding, and it's the tip of your thumb that makes contact. One of the biggest mistakes that cellists and bassists make is they will put their thumb inside the frog, like right inside that part, and that's not where it goes. If you look carefully, there is a ridge. There is a flat ridge in between the frog and the winding. That is where the tip of your thumb goes. It shouldn't be the entire thumb. It shouldn't be like the pad of your thumb. It's the tip of your thumb that goes directly onto that ridge. If you're doing it correctly, it should look like this. Your thumb should be bent and it should feel relaxed. When you form this, try and practice keeping the bow straight up like this. Never try and form the bow hold like this. It will create tension in your hand and it will be very challenging to be successful. Try again. Make sure that when you form it, your thumb is between the frog and the winding, and it's only the tip of your thumb that is making contact. That thumb is bent. Your pinky is flat against the frog. Your third finger is against the ferrule. Second finger rests next to the third, and your first finger rests like this. My hand is relaxed. It is not tense. It is not straining. And I should be able to, at that point, bring everything down onto the string. Some of the common mistakes that people make. I see this a lot, where if everything isn't in its place, then the pinky extends out and to try and support the weight of the bow. The thumb often comes through the frog and sticks out like this. The thumb often will go backwards like that, which also causes tension. And all of those things will make it extremely hard to play without tension and relaxed. Again, we want pinky flat against the frog, third finger on the ferrule, second directly next to the third, first finger rests next to the second, and the tip of your thumb makes contact between the frog and the winding. When you bring the bow down onto the string, you should feel the string supporting the weight of the bow. You never have to squeeze your hand to keep the bow in place. Right now my hand is relaxed because it's being held up by the string. If not, then you're going to get a tense hand here because you're going to try and be supporting the weight of the bow, which is not good. Rest it so that, again, your hand is completely relaxed. All of your fingers are in their correct spot. And again, it can just relax and sit on the string without any tension. My shoulder isn't tensing up. My elbow isn't tensing up. My wrist isn't tensing up. I'm able to go back and forth and create a very big sound on my cello. While this is done on a cello, the same principles apply to the bass. Make sure that there is no tension and that you can rest your bow on the string and allow the string to support the weight of the bow. Keep practicing this until it becomes natural and completely free of tension.